nervous here. I got the heebie-jeebies a little bit because last time we had a backstage series from Founders, it was Lizard of Koz.
Ooh, the Lizard of Koz. It was kind of like someone opened the curtain and it was just the guy behind.
Right.
It wasn't really the all-knowing and powerful. It was just kind of a guy.
It was just Koz.
Lizard of Koz was just sort of like a Koz, and really not even a very impressive Koz, which seemed to be the general consensus online.
This one scares me even more because they're ruining perfectly good CBS barrels. This is a cherry ale aged in Maple-Bourbon Barrels.
Oh my God.
It's called Frootwood.
Glub, 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 glub.
Yeah.
I love cherry beers, and so this sounds just like a really crazy but awesome concoction.
Yes, and before we actually get our noses in, I do have to point out that we're wearing some brand new studs today. We got these shirts from hopsterapparel.com. Go check them out. Super comfortable. I love the baseball tee look, so you'll probably see this one on again and again. Hopster Apparel, link in the comment section. So let's get our noses in. I mean, I can smell it from here, but let's make this official.
Let's do it.
I hate to tell you, just like Lizard of Koz, this thing smells spot on. I mean, you definitely get a bourbony whiskey kind of barrel character smell to it, but also the cherry comes through. A lot of that good fruitiness is in the aroma.
Do you get like a chocolatey sense to it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, maybe it's like the woodiness, the vanilla-esque-ness.
Yeah, I mean, it smells like cherry BCBS.
Yeah,
that's what I imagine that would be smelling.
There's a chocolate element, but you're right. Nice cherry aromas, kind of like a liqueur kind of cherry aroma to it.
I mean, it's a perfect name for this. It smells like fruit and it smells like the wood of the barrel. You get a nice char. You get this vanilla kind of marshmallow thing coming out. I mean, it smells. Honestly, I could probably rank this in the top 10 of my beer smells.
It's pretty good.
It's right up there with the best. I don't know if I could critique anything on it, but I just want to like snuggle up with this one and take a couple more sniffs.
You know, one thing we don't often remark about, but I even said it when we were doing our B-roll, is it has such a cool kind of color to it.
Yeah,
it's got this really nice sort of copperish, like ruby, in contrast to the really white head on it. It's kind of cool.
So far, in most of the senses, this thing has been just a beautiful beer, but we got one more sense to try out. So let's take a sip.
Cheers. I will say, right off the bat, I love the cherry. First take was I really liked it. And then, if you watch the show, you'll know that for me, I'm not a whiskey guy. The whiskey starts coming out. But again, this one's going to be really, really subjective.
Right. I think my thought process was it was going to be a fruit beer with a little of the bourbon character. And this is more of a bourbon beer with a little bit of the fruit character. Now, it's not dark and rich and roasty. It's really light. It kind of has this like a medicinal cherry aftertaste. But the bourbon comes out the most. You do get the vanilla, some of that like tobacco-y, leathery kind of bourbon-y flavors. But I just wanted more. I wanted more cherry.
A lot goes into this beer for me, like the packaging it comes in and like how would I enjoy this in my own personal time. I think it's pretty good. I'm a little hung up on the whiskey aftertaste. I feel like bourbon. Bourbon, my bad. I'm a little hung up on that because I feel like it hangs around just a little too much.
Yeah.
And it's kind of on the lips, and it's sort of have a little bit of a burn or warmth. The liquor content, or at least from the barrel, is a little bit of a detractor for me on this one. I like it. I really like the cherry. I don't know. I'm pretty torn. I think I like it. If I had to peg a number on it, and I do, I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to go like an 89. I don't think I love it, but the more I drink it, actually, the more I'm enjoying it. So maybe if you gave me a long enough time, maybe if this is like an hour-long video, maybe by the end of it I'm at an A. But I'm at like a B+, an A-. I'm right there. I actually think of the big beers from Founders we've had from their different series, I think this is my favorite one.
Well, besides the stouts.
Besides
of their like fruit kind of weird ones.
Yes, exactly. I sort of am drawn to the cherry aspect, and I think that if it wasn't cherry, maybe it'd be a whole different story for me, but I think the cherry does enough for me to give it a B+, A-.
I will say I like this one a lot better than I did Lizard of Koz. That one was undrinkable. This one, I kind of see what you're saying. As it warms up, it might get a lot better. And it is growing on me, but I'm going like a 73. I mean, I don't know if I would prefer drinking an entire glass of this. I wouldn't seek it out again. But I like the idea. I like the ingenuity. It's not terrible, but it's just not something I love.
Fair enough. All right, guys. So we're a little split on Frootwood. So it's time for you to let us know, what did you think of Frootwood? If you get your hands on this, let us know in the comment section below what you thought. And as always, remember,
With the review crew,
we'll review.
we're for you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Guys, again, like Corey said earlier in the video, if you were checking out the new digs, make sure you go to Hopster Apparel because we are rocking the nice beer ingredients with the little hobgoblin guy down there.
Yeah.
So check it out. Hopster Apparel, high quality stuff, looks good, feels even better. Check them out.